There we go. Alright, good afternoon, everybody. Get these. Oh. Clean up my workspace just a little bit more here. There we go. Prepping my rust color. There we go. Let's see. All right. So we're going to start off today with another one of these GN Gons. We're going to get this one and the other one done for Doug, and then maybe move on to Covered Hopper for Corey. My goal is between today and tomorrow to get all these cars done. That way I can get them back to those who they belong to. Trying to figure something out here. Alright, I don't know how to figure this out, but that's fine. Okay, there we go. Squared away. Alright, let's get to work here. So yeah, trying to get some stuff done today here before I'm wrapped up here in town. So we're going to try our best to get this stuff done today. Where did I just put my phone? There it is. Okay, come on. What am I doing? Oh, hush. Silly ad. I don't want you. What was I doing? That's what I was doing. Get my light going here. Well lit working space is always important. Having some cream soda here, very tasty. It's the Stewart's brand, which is real good stuff. Stewart's craft sodas always slap. Alright, let's get to work here. Fade first. There we go. Get it all nicely faded out. Let's see, what's been going on for me? Well, I started constructing a T-track module, so that's been fun. Got that in the other room. I've got the base of the module itself all constructed and everything. I just need to get some wires to hook it up to other modules' power supplies. And then I can glue down the tracks and start working on the scenery. My plan is to use it as a platform to model Hopewell Junction, New York. Because that's right near where I grew up. And Maybrook Line was a 2-track main through the mid-70s, I think, mid to late 70s. And for my railroad history with the BNCCS and everything, the double track never goes away because it stays a primary line connecting New England to the West. And by the West, I mean like Buffalo and Pittsburgh and Philly. Because in my history, there's never a bridge fire. The fire on the Poughkeepsie Railroad Bridge really is what killed the Maybrook Line. That video has been kind of placed on the back burner for a while. But still working on it, bit by bit. The script is effectively done, I just have to wrap it up. And then I can start going out to the New Haven Railroad Technical and Historical Association's archives and start reaching out to people and collecting images. And then from there, we can move on to a video. Alright, more paint. Happy Star Wars Day, by the way, everyone. Happy May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. I've got my Star Wars Van Gogh shirt on. I got some Darth Vader socks on. I'm not going to pull my feet up here because that's weird. But I'm all Star Wars'd out. Spent earlier, I was watching Rogue One with my girlfriend. And then spent some time watching the new Tales of the Empire show on Disney Plus. It's a really neat show. It's like a series of shorts, basically, telling the story of Morgan Elsbeth, who we met in The Mandalorian and in Ahsoka, as well as Barriss Offee from the Clone Wars and what happened to her post the Clone Wars. I won't get into that much because I don't want to do any spoilers for the Tales of the Empire or for Clone Wars or Ahsoka or the Mando or any of that. But I don't know. It was real good. I enjoyed Tales of the Empire a lot. It was a very neat. Yeah, it's in the same style of last year's Tales of the Jedi. I think it was last year. Maybe it was 2 years ago that show came out. I don't remember. Whenever it was, it's in the same style as that. Where you get 3 episodes on one character and 3 episodes on another character. So, good stuff. Good stuff to watch on this May the 4th. Alright, really work this paint in there. Get a nice even coating of the fading layer down. And we can build our way up from there. There we go. Nice even fading. I really should have. Alright, I'm gonna be right back because I need to empty my bladder. I will return in just a moment. Okay. Much better. Now I gotta really make sure my hands are dry on my shorts here before I put on my gloves, otherwise it'll get all yucky in there. Much better. Now I can actually sit here for a while and weather these cars. Oh boy. Alright. Let's get to work here. Wow, that's good stuff. I'm gonna take some insulin for it, though. Alright. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna work in parallel on these cars. That's probably a smarter thing to do than do one and then separately do the second. So, this gives you a really good side-by-side. Actually, you take out the third one that I have here too, and you can get a real good side-by-side of kind of step 1, 2, step 0, step 1, step 2 of how these cars get weathered. That's neat. Okay, so yeah, this is before, during, after. It's a fun little thing. Alright, let me put away this completed car now. Let's get this out of the way. Let's get wheel sets off of this car. Which means I need these. Wheel set. And then pop the whole truck off by using a little leverage. There we go. Fully disassemble these trucks as well. Again, pop out this wheel set. Pull off the whole truck. Excuse me. I put that truck in that pocket of the pallet. There we go. Okay. All right. This car. Get some paint on every one of the panels. Pardon me. All right. That's a safe place for the model. There we go. Keep the oil paint moving around. Don't try not to completely screw up the brush in the process. But also, brushes are relatively cheap. At least wide brushes like this. My fine tip brushes I gotta be a little more careful with. Those are a little more expensive. But these guys are pretty easy to get your hands on. So if it gets all chewed up, it's not the end of the world. There we go. Really work that oil paint into the crevices and cracks so it's a nice even. It just looks like the red is faded. It doesn't look like there's white on top of the red. There we go. Let's get the bottom of the car. Not that it'll really be visible in N scale. It's just for my own satisfaction. I like a good complete job. I wish this camera had a higher frame rate, but, you know, it is what it is. Beautiful out today. Glad I got a chance to go out a little bit earlier. It's a little cloudy earlier, but now the sun is breaking through. It is gorgeous out there. I almost feel like ending the stream here, saying screw this and going outside, but no. There's going to be plenty of nice days coming up. These I want to get done for Corey and for Doug here, and then the other one's for Corey. That way I can get them back to him. What the heck? Well, how I got orange paint on my glove. I must have dipped my thumb in. Right, well, let me clean that up before I get just a streak of orange somewhere. There we go. Got that squared away. Alright, more. Good. Other brush. Flatten it out. Now I'm working in frame. There we go. There we go. Good. Couple of nicely faded out gons. Very nice. Okay. Now let's go ahead and get some rust moving onto these cars. So let me mix up my rust mixture here. See if I need a little more orange, a little more brown. Could probably do with a touch more orange. Well, actually, let me just drip a little bit of that in there. Oh, shush, add shush. There we go. No, it does need a little bit more. No, actually. That's good. That is a good tone. Okay. Let's get to work. Start on the inside. The inside gets the worst. The inside pretty much just gets a complete coat of rust here. This light rust color. Of course, since it's orange on red, it's a little difficult to see on camera. But I'm not just brushing air on there, trust me. Right. Really fill that in. Get some up the sides. Okay. Some up here on the lip of the car. There we go. Got nice and rusty. Because gondolas just get absolutely beaten up when they're in service. They just get stuff tossed at them, tossed into them, whatever. So, try and get this nice and rusty. Alright, let's we'll finish this car and then we'll move on to the other. Alright, let's get some rust on the side panels. So Doug, who I'm doing this for, said to basically make it as rusty as I can without covering up the numbers here. Because he does operating, and so operators need to see the numbers, that way they know which car to drop off where. But other than that, he said, just destroy the cars. You know, make them look all old and grimy and rusty and everything. And I said, I can do that for you. So that's what we're working on. Felt like the music might have been a little bit quiet, so I brought it up just a tad. Make sure I get all the ribs, because the ribs for sure would get a bunch of rust, seeing as they're sticking out from the car. So they'd get all chewed up. Okay. Oh, hush. Nice. That sounds like a good setup. How you doing today? How's your Star Wars day going? There we go. Some rust on the bottom of the car. Do, 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 do. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Star and light, touch sensitive light. That's how it turns on, is by touch. And it's great, except for when it decides it's been touched because something on the table vibrated. Outside of that, it's great. There we go. Nice. Sounds like a fun time. Okay, here we go. What'd you pick up at the show? Anything particularly interesting? Oh, yeah. That's quite the drive, but you know, when you got a train show, I guess. Stevens Point sounds much more convenient, though. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Those are, I feel like that's stuff that's good to buy at shows, stuff like that Kato switches and stuff, because you'll find them for much cheaper than you all, even like online and stuff. Stuff just goes for so much money online. That's definitely, I think, what next time I go to a train show, that might be what I keep my eye out for, is some Kata number 4s or Kata number 6s for my T-Track modules that I'm starting to work on. Of course, I don't know when the next time we'll be at a train show is. It might be, I don't know. It might be a while. So I'm considering making my way out to Bethlehem, PA for the N-Scale Enthusiast Convention, but it's, I don't know. Exactly. It's a little bit of a trade-off, but I still think it's worth it. All right, let's move on to the second con here. Oh, I just realized I gotta get the once I'm done with getting this one all rusted up, I gotta get the trucks weathered, and I'll do that before I move on to the dark rust. Dark rust is always my favorite part of the weathering process because it just makes everything pop, stand out, and brings it to life. It's great. Oh, shush, advertisement. I wish I had music that I could play that didn't have advertising, but whatever. I'm not paying for YouTube music. Ah, well, yeah. I guess when they're when it's a local, there's only so many layouts in an area. I guess that's what I was trying to get. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, Lego trains are so neat. I was at the Amsterdam train show here in Amsterdam, New York. What was that? A month and a bit ago now. It was towards the beginning of April, so a month and a week or so ago. Well, actually, no, a little under a month, I guess. But they had a pretty nice little Lego loop, and they had a Lego model of Alco number 5 running, which is really neat to see because Alco number 5 is running on the SC&H, the Saratoga, Corinth, and Hudson Railroad, which is a tourist railroad in this area. So it was just neat to see that the Lego guys put together Lego version of that, because it's an Alco RS or not RS2, just an S2 switcher that was never. Well, I don't think it was ever sold. I think it was the Alco shop switcher, if I remember correctly, for Schenectady, and it survived into preservation. But so it was just neat to see that. Lego trains are so neat, though. I remember at the this past year Springfield, at the Lego trains table, there was someone who had built a Lego version of the classic Lionel, I think it's 300E Blue Comet. I think it's 300E. Hold on. I have to. Comet. Uh, 400E, that's what it is. But yeah, that was really cool because they did a really good job of recreating that classic pre-war Lionel feel in Lego. So I haven't. Well, I've taken all my Legos away from. But in previous streams, if you look back here, you would see a bunch of Lego. I'm a big Lego guy. If I had more money, I would get into Lego trains, but I don't have money for Lego trains and scale trains, so. Because that stuff is a bit expensive. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I've been kind of trying to watch my money recently. Since I'm wrapping up college here, getting ready to find a job. Once I have a job, I'll be able to maybe buy a little bit more trains, but I'm trying to conserve money and trying to be thrifty at the moment. Ah, nice. Rapino makes some great quality stuff. But yeah, I think my next purchase might be a Scale Trains SD40-2 when those are released in September sometime. Because I was at the Scale Train, Shane from Scale Trains with his wife is currently doing a Northeast road trip, and my local NMRA division hosted them for a night to come and talk, and it was great to talk to them, to Shane, and hear their story of how Scale Trains came to be, but seeing their pre-production samples was like, damn, so pretty. Yeah, headed for the workaday. But I think I don't know. I think I'm gonna enjoy working. Certainly more than I am enjoying school right now. Because the nice thing, I enjoy school well enough, but it's just really hard to, go to class all day, do work, and then come home, and then still have to do more work. So I'm looking forward to the fact that generally, when the work day is done at 5:30 or 6 o'clock or whenever I get off, I'm off. I'm done. I don't have to keep working generally. Then I can go home and do the dishes or get groceries or work on trains. So that's what I'm looking forward to most about being done with school. Yeah, I'm finishing up my degree in architecture right now, and I've always really enjoyed design. So I'm hoping to be able to work at a architecture firm out of school here. This upcoming week is really dedicated to just sending out applications with my portfolio and everything, so I can find a firm that'll take me. But from my experience working as an architectural intern and stuff, I really enjoy architecture. So it's I enjoy firm life So I'm looking forward to getting into that. Only time will tell where I wind up, though, because I'm looking kind of all over the Northeast. You know, out near Boston, upstate New York, downstate New York, Connecticut, Western New York. Kind of keeping the field a little bit open as far as where I'm gonna go. Yeah. Some people get out of school and they have a degree and they're like, well, what do I do with this now? But a B arch goes a long way in the design field. So I'm glad I came and got it. It's like, for New York State, I don't think it's required for practice, but it's strongly encouraged. But for a lot of other states, having a architectural degree is requirement. So it gives me the ability to practice in other states potentially, as long as I can pass the exams to get licensed in that state. So and the people I've met along the way have been really good. So it's been worthwhile for me to come to school. All right, here we go. Rinse off this brush. Oh, pardon me. Take a sip of my soda. And now, let me get these trucks done before I forget about them again. Where's that other brush? There it is. There we go. Fade the black to a nice dull gray. Sounds good. Thanks for stopping in, Dave. Pleasure talking to you. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your Star Wars day. May the 4th be with you. Oh, be quiet, advertisement. Shush. Alright, ad is over. Back to the music. Good. Go, 2 trucks done. 3rd truck. Back to just me talking to myself. Alright, get these nicely faded out. Do 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 do. Hey, how you doing, Yang? I'm getting these cars done for Doug. How's your day been? Okay, there's those. Where did the other brush go? Here, we'll get this brush. Get some rust on it. Let's get rust all up on these wheel sets. Good to hear. Good to hear. It's kind of been today for me too. I did a little bit of consolidating stuff, starting to get things packed up. All my Legos from behind me that used to be up here on the shelf, I got all back in boxes and everything, ready to go home. So I'm starting to get things packed up, but other than that, just kind of chilling. Gotta depressurize. See, what else did I do today? Oh, I also worked on building a little T-Track module that I have the base for now totally constructed. Now I just have to move on to, I have to pick up some power wires, which is actually what I was planning on get from JP&S's yesterday, but they didn't have any, so that's when I got the other stuff. But once I get the power wires, I'll be able to glue down the track. And then I'm planning on having that be based on back home, Hopewell Junction, on the former New Haven line. So that'll be fun. Fun projects for the summer. What else? I spent some time on the phone with my girlfriend, watched a Star Wars movie together for May the 4th be with you. and then yeah, now I'm here getting these cars done for Doug. Yeah, if you can start that, that'd be pretty cool. Because it's real easy. Well, I guess I don't know the availability of materials in China, but as long as you can get a little bit of, 1x1 lumber and some pieces of foam, it's real easy to do T-Track, so. Yeah. Yeah, that I'm sure is not going to be the issue. Okay, that's good. So yeah, as long as you can get some, you know, dimensional lumber to kind of frame out a module, and some pieces of insulation foam, you'll be fine. I I'm a little worried about this, but I made the decision to tomorrow I'm going to officially put in the pre-order for the Kato, not the Kato, the Scale Trains ST40-2, I think, because it's still in pre-order, which means I don't have to buy it right now, and then I just have to pay for it when it gets shipped in September. So I think I'm gonna do that. It's just I don't like doing stuff like that where I'm not certain, but also I can make sure I have the money saved up for that by then. So I think I might do it. I don't know. Just makes me nervous. But I think I can do it because it's $250, which, yeah, it's a lot of money, but it's not like an absurd amount of money. And as long as I just keep it to kind of that, and that's kind of my big purchase for the rest of the year. I don't know. We're gonna have to see how I feel about it, but I think I'm gonna do it. Because, I mean, just seeing that thing at the road trip just made me really want it. Because it's beautiful. And if I get it, I'm going to get it full DCC sound, the works. You know, I'm not going to... It's an extra, like, $75 for... $75 or $80 or something like that from DC to DCC and sound. So... Why not? You know, if I'm gonna do it, I might as well do it. At least that's my thought. Ooh. Bit of rust under there, a little bit of rust under there. Rust on the springs. It's spin it around, a little bit of rust under the journal box, a little bit of rust under the journal box. On the springs. Journal boxes I don't think would really get that rusty, but I don't know. That's a little pop. But yeah, that would be having that, because I have a friend in another Discord server of trains, my buddy Eddie. He now has the SD40-3 from Scale Trains, the CSX one with the squared off cab. And he's like sharing pictures and videos of this thing, and I'm like, man, jealous. Oof. Ow. Alright, a little more rust there. On the springs. And a little bit there. And there we go. Alright, let's do one more coat on the wheel sets. And then we'll go through and hit everything with the rust wash. Yeah, dude, Scale Trains detail is just impeccable. I just like, I've wanted the Scale Trains locomotive for a while now, but it's just they didn't really have anything that made a lot of sense for me to get and or that I could afford. Because like, as much as I'd love to have a 8,500 horsepower Union Pacific GTAL, you know, the gas turbine, I mean, what's that gonna do on my railroad? Like that would be a, oh, this goes up on a shelf and gets displayed. And I'm not gonna pay that amount of money to do that right now. Maybe someday. If I ever wind up with a ton of money, I'm not gonna, but ah, yes. Yes. I think you put that in the I think you've mentioned that before. Doug's a great guy. So I'm getting these done for him. Well, hopefully I'll have a video up in a week or two of this, but a few weeks back, I think it's, let's see, 2 weekends ago is when it was. I was over at his house with the guys from the RPI club here, and after all the scheduled trains were pretty much done running, we ran my train on his layout with all my weathering and everything. It was 34 car freight train with a -7 and a -8 up front, and SD40-2 and a -8 on the rear. You know, with manned pusher operations and everything, because we figured why not. And Doug said, you know, you might need it to push up the hill on his layout. So we did it, and he was really impressed by my work, and he said, all right, well, as payment, for letting you run your train, of course joking, but he said, as payment, now you gotta weather some of my cars. Nice. I'm gonna try and find some some background audio that I can put in there of actual trains. But I might try and dub in some real train audio on one of those on some of those videos and upload those as shorts. But yeah, so I got between myself and some others, I got some great videos of that train on Doug's layout. He said it was the longest train that's ever run his layout. And he was just really impressed with it. So I got lots of great video of that to put up here on the channel, as well as of Doug's layout operating normally, because it's a beautiful layout. So that'll be coming out at some point. I'm trying to jump ahead first though and get stuff from last weekend's Ops Till You Drop up near Syracuse out first, because that was a lot of fun, and it was kind of an event that recently happened, and I want to get those videos out sooner rather than later, and then I can work my way back. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos that I have recorded that just need to be edited. I have 2 of them in an almost complete state. I just need to edit in the music for a background. So one of those will hopefully be coming out tomorrow. If I can take some time either tonight or tomorrow morning to put in that audio, or that music audio, and what am I saying? Oh, and put together a thumbnail. But that'll be on Drew James's Canada Spokane and Southern Railroad. It's an HO scale BN/Canadian Pacific Bridge Line, modeling I think he said 1978 or 1979. So that'll be coming out soon. And then I've got a video from Jack Cutler's HO scale Juniata Secondary. And then I'll have probably Bill Brown's Lark next. LARC, Leadville and Red Cliff. And that'll be coming. And then I'll probably put the video from Doug's in, and then I'll get a video from Dave Martini's CSX Northeast layout, where I was the yard master. And then I've got a video from that train show I was talking about in Amsterdam. So that's kind of the next bunch of videos that'll be coming out, as well as some shorts from Doug's and from layouts like that. I'll get some shorts up. Pardon me. All right, let's get some rust wash going on some of these cars, or some of these wheel sets. Yeah, I've been a real busy the past few weekends, doing lots of ops, which makes me real happy. But it's also made it a little bit hectic. 2 op sessions 2 weekends ago, 3 op sessions last week, and then the train show back at the beginning of April. So lots and lots of trains, which has made me very happy and helped give me an escape from finishing up the stresses of finishing up school and of losing my cousin and stuff like that. So I've been very grateful for it. It's been lots of fun. The flip side of that, though, is that I haven't had time to actually put any of the stuff together into actual videos, so that's why it's all coming out now. Nice! Very nice. How was that? Sounds like a lot of fun. I've got the New Haven Historical Technical and Historical Association's convention coming up, and well, I guess they call it a reunion, but it's coming up in September. I'm looking forward to that. We'll be in Essex, Connecticut. We'll be taking a rail mileage ride on the Essex Steam Train line. But hopefully otherwise good. Yeah, Indy is a little bit far, a little bit expensive of a trip, and a little bit expensive to stay there, I'd imagine. I've been once for a Christian club convention, part of a Christian club here on campus. Nice. Train trips are fun. I gotta get going on more train trips. I've really only taken one. I've taken one line, which is sometimes it's the Lakeshore, sometimes it's Maple Leaf, sometimes it's Empire Service, but it's Albany Rensselaer to New York Penn and back. And then one time I took the Lakeshore from Poughkeepsie Station to, I think it was Rome, New York, for a bike trip back when I was in the Scouts. I think I was like before I was even in high school. That was fun. But then we biked 100 miles along the Erie Canal back to what was the name of the town we stopped at? I don't know. It was right near the mouth of the Erie Canal. So that was that. That was a great trip. I kind of want to do that again, but I don't know. But other than that, I really haven't taken Amtrak much. Metro North, plenty. But I want to take more train trips. Alright, let me get all these paired back with their... Oh, nice! Very nice. Yeah, I gotta take Amtrak some more. Do I need some more of this? I do need some more of this paint. Alright. This stuff is NJT, yeah. Jersey Transit's alright. It's a commuter line though, so it's not the same kind of experience as like Amtrak. My time taking yeah. Well, I think John would say it's still better than the LIRR, but I wouldn't know. I'm not taking the LIRR. And I'll trust him as a Long Islander before I trust anything else. Alright, let's get to work here on this heavy rust. Alright, I gotta finish this soda because I took insulin for it and then I've been putting it off. Ah, delicious. Whoa, 10 Discord messages. What did I miss? Lots of stuff going on in my Discord server. Too much speed for you, huh? I don't know. I'd like Amtrak to be a little faster. That way it's a little bit more convenient for people who aren't like us and we just kind of like taking the train. But then it'd be able to take away a little more traffic. But also, I don't know. You want that in between? As long as you don't get NJT in China, right? Do I have the right image as the reference image here? No. Okay. I won't pull it up then. Oh, yeesh. I might need to take a snack break here because my blood sugar is quite low. The lower my blood sugar goes, the harder it is to do this as well. So I might need to take a little snack break. But I want to finish off this little section at least. You could see just how much doing the dark rust really brings the car to life, comparing these two. This also doesn't help that it's a red car, so the lighter rust is harder to see on camera. But yeah, let me take a little snack break here because my blood sugar is not in a happy place. Let's see. What do I have around here? Oh, I put my candy in the other room. I may need to walk out and go get a snack in the other room. Alright, I'll be back in just a second then. Because dying would not do well for me finishing the... Doug wanted them quite weathered. The one I gave to him back on Wednesday, he said, "This is good, but I want the others more." Once I get a snack here, I'll pull up the reference images, or at least one of the reference images that he gave me. He gave me reference images. And then he said, basically, do this, but more. So let me, I can pull that up on my computer here. Excuse me. Let's see, did I download? No, I didn't download them to my computer. I just had it pulled up on my phone. Okay. Let me download it, the reference image real quick. I guess so, yeah. Save image. On my in my weathering reference folder. Okay, and then I can go into properties on this item in my stream, browse, here, weathering reference, there. And now I can turn this on. So he said to use these images as reference, but he said to make it even more. So especially this middle one, he said like this but more. Alright, I'll be back in just a second. I gotta go grab... Ooh, yeah, I gotta go grab a snack. I will be back in un momento. Okay. Where are my headphones? There we are. Now that I got some cookies here. Yeah. That's that I had that same nervousness with these guys. But I managed to bring myself to do it. And let me turn this reference back off. I don't know. I'm quite happy with how it came out. We got this one. And then we have the other one. Yeah. Yeah, starting with the older stuff to practice is absolutely the way to do it. But yeah, so I now have these two. And I brought them to the Scale Trains Road Show, or road trip, and showed these to Shane of ScaleTrains.com to show him, you know, how nice the detail can really pop out when you get them nicely weathered. And he said they looked great. So, I don't know, I'm pretty happy with. So there's that side. There's the other side. So, it's just a matter of practice and confidence, honestly. But I 100% get the nerves of having a really nice, high detail, high quality, and expensive train car. And not wanting to screw it up. I get that. When I get around to setting up an actual weathering business, I'm going to be nervous all the time because I don't want to mess up other people's cars. And I'm real nervous on these. Yeah, pretty much. That's a good way to describe the quality that they have. But I don't know. It's something that we all feel, I think. Anyone who's just going out of their way to start weathering stuff feels that nervous energy. That nervousness of don't want to mess it up. Anyways, let's get back to work here. Now that I've had a couple cookies, it'll start to bring my blood sugar coming back up. All right. Now that I got some sugar in me, we can get back to work. Oh, pardon me. Excuse me. There we go. Will do. I'll be sure to pass along that message. Because I'll be seeing him at some point in the next couple of days to drop these off. Get them back to him. So I'll pass that along. Milwaukee Road is a real interesting railroad. I love the just boldness of the Pacific extension. They're just like, you know what? We're gonna be this railroad that's really focused around Chicago, except for this one straight line that goes out to the Pacific Northwest. And the orange and black is great. The Hiawatha, awesome train set. So I love the Milwaukee Road. You have a specific era you've settled on for the Milwaukee? Yeah. Some really neat scenery stuff. Right at the end, nice. Right towards the end of any railroad's life is a real interesting time to model. Because there's a lot of, like, very interesting stuff that tends to be happening. But, that era also, that 60s, 70s, nice. Out of Tacoma. Very nice. But yeah, that 60s, 70s is generally a very interesting time on most railroads. Because there's a lot of difficulties happening. And for me especially, modeling, I basically, I've got a fictional railroad, the BNCCS, Balfour Colucci Creek Southern, that effectively, it's just bought out the New Haven in 1954 when the New Haven went bankrupt. And then I modeled 1975 to 1985. But I modeled the Maybrook line. If the Maybrook line from Maybrook, New York to across the bridge in Poughkeepsie and out to Danbury, if the Poughkeepsie Bridge hadn't burned in 1974 and basically killed the line. And that's kind of my modeling interest. So for me here in the Northeast, That time period is a hell of a time to model. Because for me, I can have just about any road name I want on my rolling stock. I could have some New York Central, some Pennsylvania, some New Haven, some Penn Central, some Conrail, some Reading, some DL and W, some Erie Lackawanna, CNJ, pretty much whatever. And it's all rusted to crap, which I love because I have a passion for weathering, as I think is somewhat obvious. Kind of the Housatonic, kind of. Because, I mean, the Housatonic does own that, lease that line. The Housatonic leases that line from Metro North, I believe. It's one way or the other between those two. Either one of them owns it and the other one leases it. The difference is the Housatonic continues, just basically goes to Beacon, is where it has trackage rights or owns or whatever, because they pulled up the lines from Poughkeepsie after the bridge fire in 1974. My railroad goes all the way out to Maybrook. Because in my history, bridge fire never happened. So that's hopefully going to be one of my signature scenes whenever I get around to a lad. Hey, how you doing, Coming? Good to have you here. You have Atlantis, huh, Yang? Railroad Atlantis. How's your day? I guess starting probably for you, Komeng. If I'm doing the math right. I'm working on these gondolas for Doug again. I had the one that I finished up Thursday night. And I'm trying to get these last two done. Sounds good, Mars. Thanks for stopping in. Pleasure talking to you, and I'll be sure to pass along the message to Doug that you're still an N-scaler, and you're modeling his competition. Thanks for hopping in, and have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the hockey game. All right. Oh, before I do the inside of these cars, just probably give them a rust wash. All right, let me get that done before I forget. That way, that's all dried on by the time I move on to getting the dark rust inside. Where did the rust wash go? There it is. Squirt a little more out into my palette. Go. Rust wash applied there. Apply the rust wash to the inside of this car a little bit more. Oh, shoot. Let me do a little cleanup work on this side. Okay, back to the heavy rust. Boy. Thanks, man. I'm quite happy with how it's coming out. Here, I'll hold these out again. So these are the images that I was shared to kind of work off of. I was told basically to start with these and then do heavier. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for, is that kind of a vibe, but more rust. Those were my instructions. So put those away again. So I think I'm doing a decent job of getting that down. I just have to be careful around the numbering, because it's got to be legible for his ops. It is coming along quite well. I like that. Fully rusted out panel. That's kind of cool. Just got to make sure I hit this hose down beneath. I think it's brake line. All right, and now I got to get the end. Boy. There we go. Get this top edge. There we go. All right. Now we move on to the inside. Get the top lip of the car first. And then once the lip is done, we'll move on to the inside. That'll give the wash a little bit more time to finish drying. And then we'll move on to the other car. And then these guys will be done. And then I might move on to an HO scale car once these are done, depending on how long this takes. Because here in the United States, it's still Star Wars Day. And I do want to keep watching some Star Wars stuff tonight with my girlfriend, so. That's why I've got my well, there we go. My Van Gogh Endor shirt going on here. For May the 4th be with you. Go. Hey, I watched that. Yep, you're already on Revenge of the Fifth there, Komang. And hi, I just watched earlier this morning. I watched Rogue One with my girlfriend. She was taking a break from her work. She's got another few days of class left, then she'll be done with her school. But yeah, you've jumped ahead to Revenge of the Fifth there, Komang. Yeah, the original trilogy is just so good. That's, I think, what we're gonna watch tonight. think that's our plan, is to jump into, since we just finished up Rogue One, is jump straight into Star Wars. Go from there. I like how the inside of this one's coming out. I remember last year on May the 4th, be with you. It was the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. So my girlfriend and I went to movie theater and saw Return of the Jedi in theaters, which was pretty awesome. Just to experience Star Wars, you know, as it would have been back in 1984 or 5 or whenever Return of the Jedi came out. So that was pretty neat. There we go. Pretty happy with that. Alright, we'll let the oil paint start to set up a little bit. And while that's happening, we'll jump ahead to the next one. Actually, I'll go ahead and reassemble the car, might as well. And then the last step is always getting some pardon me, getting some powders on there to finish the job, blend things in, and add a small bit of texture. Oh, come on. Okay, now use the back of the brush to... There we go. Truck 1 complete. go. No! Don't do that. Reassembling these things is always such a pain. There we go. Reassemble that car. Mission accomplished. Alright, now we'll let the oil paint set up on that car while we work on this car. Oh, the music has ended. Hold on. Let me fix that. Oh, be quiet advertisement. Gotta get the music rewound to the point where you can go again, but I'm trying to not just click on it because then you'll hopefully avoid a little bit more of the ads. I don't know. I don't know if that's how it really works, but it might be. There we go. Chill vibes have returned. Hey, how you doing, man? Good to see ya. Dude, your Oceanside Plaza is looking better every day. More and more full. Someone's shooting off fireworks. Pesky ads indeed. I'm trying to avoid those if I can. Well, I'm glad you could pop in, man. It's always good to see from you. And like I said, Oceanside Plaza looks every day. It looks better and better. So keep it up, man. Yeah, of course. Your stuff is always great. Someday I might have to have you teach me how to do graffiti. Because that's something that is far beyond me. But for now, the rust will do. Yep, that grind, keep it on, keep up the content. I know how that goes. I have 6 videos in the backlog that I'm trying to work to pull together, so I know how that goes. Let's see, coming out soon, we'll have, let's see if I can get the order right. So I have 2 videos that just need to put some music in the background, and they'll be ready to go and put together a thumbnail. So that's an operating session on the Juniata Secondary, Jack Cutley's Juniata Secondary, and that was with some guys from the RPI club. So it wasn't a regular monthly session because this past month's regular monthly session I was dispatcher for. So that'll be coming out second. First thing that'll be coming out is the first of 3 videos from Ops Till You Drop, which was an operating event that happened last weekend up near Syracuse, New York, where I operated 3 layouts in 2 days, which was pretty sick. So we'll have that video from Drew James's Canada, Spokane, and Pacific, which I believe is going to be in this upcoming issue, the issue that'll be coming in like a day or two, hopefully, of Model Rarity magazine. And Drew also just earned his Master Model Rarity from the NMRA, so big congrats to him. But that video will be coming out first, then the video from the Juniata Secondary. Those 2 are basically done. I just need to put the music in and get thumbnails for them. After that, I'll have, let's see, another video from Opportunity Drop, which it will be on Bill Brown's Leadville and Redcliffe, which that is an incredible layout. Bill has the LARC backdrops business, and that's his that's his business. So the scenery and the backdrops are just incredible. But his layout was super fun to run. So that off-session video from that will be out 3rd. And then we'll have a video from Doug's layout. This is Doug's trains that I'm weathering here. Doug's Great Northern Kalispell Division in N scale. I was over there a couple weeks ago with the guys from the club here at school, and actually that's the reason why I have these cars, is after the session was done, after we ran all the scheduled trains and everything, he let me set up my 34 car freight train. So we jumped from the 1950s to the mid 1980s with I had like I said, 34 freight cars. We had a General Electric B40-8 and C30-7 at the front of the train that I was running, and at the back of the train, my friend was running another B40-8 as well as a EMD SD40-2, pushing the train up the hill because the layout is set in the mountains. So we got the manned helpers on the rear, and just running that train through Doug's amazing scenery was just so much fun. And Doug was so impressed by my weathering work. He said, "Well, I guess you'll have to weather some cars for me as payment for letting me letting you run the train." So, quote unquote, as payment. Obviously being a joke. He just was more so asking me to weather some of his cars. So that's what I'm doing. That's where these cars will be going. It's back to Doug's. Then let's see. After that will be the 3rd layout that I went to for Opportunity Drop, which was Dave Martini's CSX Northeast layout. Which is like a modern, not modern, it's like early 2000s, early mid 2000s CSX layout from Cincinnati to Buffalo, with CSX and I guess it's really late 90s because it's CSX and Conrail. So that was a fun layout to run on as well. And I was the yard master for that, so lots of yard time lapse and so on. And then after that, I think I'll have, or somewhere in there, I don't know about after that, but somewhere in there I'll also have a video from running trains at the Amsterdam, New York Rails Along the Mohawk show back at the beginning of April. So lots of content to come. But that means lots of work for me to get everything edited, so just trying to stay on that grind. And have some fun weathering some stuff in between, as well as, graduate college or something like that. Who knows? Hard to believe that's coming up for me in a couple of weeks. So, but that's the content coming out over the next couple of weeks. Lots of videos. And then things will probably calm down for a little while. over the summer. Might do some more rail fanning stuff over the summer and some oh yeah, it's been quite the last few weeks of traveling kind of all over New York here to go to various layouts. But over the summer it'll probably be just some more chill rail fanning stuff. Might do some videos of just running trains at clubs maybe, and then maybe some trips. I might head to the Danbury Railroad Museum, make a video there. We'll see. They got the New York Central Electrics there, so those would be cool to see. And yeah, just I don't know, seeing what we can do over the summer, but a lot less ops generally over the summer, so we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll do some operating on my small switching layout. Holy cow, it's 9 o'clock at night in on the eastern seaboard here of the United States. I don't know how that happened. I've been streaming for over 2 hours now, huh? Well, for 2 hours of work, this is pretty good. This is much faster than I normally go. Well, maybe not much faster. Normally one car will take me about 2 hours, but I'm also working in parallel here on these cars, so... Ah, boy. This car's actually almost done too. And then we'll have to get the powder going on it. That's neat. Let's see, I think I need to... Make sure the numbers are visible underneath all that rust. Pardon me. Okay, let's get the end, and then we'll get the inside. Go get some under there. Okay, and the inside. Okay. Get the inside walls here all nice and done up. Oh. Okay, now let's finish up the inside. Go. Let's get into the corners. There we go. Alright, let's flip it over, get the trucks back on. Alright, I'm going to have to clean off all these wheels when I'm done, but I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, and the wheel sets. There we go. Okay. Very nice. Alright, let's finish these guys up with some powder. Clean up this brush first. Gotta be responsible with my brushes. Alright, and now let's go ahead, take my powders. Let's start with this guy, because it's had a little bit more time to kind of set. Alright, take some of this rust powder. Just hit the whole insides of the car. Ah, welcome back. I'm just kind of finishing these cars up now by adding some powder. Which adds a little bit of texture, kind of seals in with the oil paint. And then these guys will be done. And ready for delivery. Let's take some grime powder as well. There we go. Very nice. And get this end as well while I'm at it. Okay. Get the grime powder back. Okay, more over here. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay, now back to the rust. Almost done. And then I do just have to go back in with this and just a little bit of cleanup. Oh, sounds good. Thanks for stopping in, man. It's always a pleasure talking to you from the other side of the globe. Have a good rest of your day. Glad you could stop in for a little while and chat. And the entertainment part is my pleasure. Figure if I'm doing this stuff anyways, I may as well share it out to y'all. See you next time, man. Car 1 is complete. Let's move on to car 2. Actually, let me get a little bit of grime inside car 1. Okay. Rust on car 1. Or car 2, I mean. Okay, move on to the side. Don't fall down. Okay, there we go. Okay, next side. Other side. And the length of the car one more time. Right, a little bit of grime powder for the bottom and stuff. Alright, that is 2 completed, weathered gondolas. If I put those 2 next to the one I completed the other day, this guy right here, we have 3 quite dirtied cars. And there we have it. I'm quite happy with those. I am quite happy with those. I spin these around. Show them off. There you go, Doug. Alright, let me get these put away. Let's see, what time is it? I was gonna get off at 7:30. You know what I'll do? I'll get these put away. And then I'll get started on a covered hopper for Corey. If I get started, I mean I'll get the fading coat done. And work from there. Oh, I got so many notifications. Good Lord. Okay. Let me grab this covered hopper here, and let's see what we can do to start it off. All right. Oh. Very happy to have gotten those hoppers, not hoppers, gondolas done. Maybe I'll see if I can drop those off for Doug tomorrow. But in the meantime, let's do a little bit of work on this car for Corey. And then maybe tomorrow I'll try and finish this one and get the 2 Woodside cars he has done. Start off by getting any dust off here. Okay. Here. While I get this set up here, get myself started, I'm gonna do this. How do I do this? I think it would be here. New source. I mean, if he does, I mean, I'll do it for him. I might ask him if he can give me $5 a car this time, which would still be way cheaper than anything anything I'll be planning on doing in the future. But let's see if I can figure out how to do this. Direct. There we go. This is from Doug's layout. Thanks to GSK cameraman Hayang for getting me this video and for doing a little bit of audio work to get the voices out. So this video here, and this train really, is the, yeah, I know, right? This train is the reason why Doug asked me to weather his stuff. Because he really enjoyed seeing my work on this train and seeing my work on his layout, really. And so he asked me to take some of his guns. And they came out real nice, if I do say so myself. And there we have it. So thanks, Haying, for that. Let me get rid of that. Put the music back on. But yeah, that's that. That's what that is. All right, let me real quick see if I can pull up the reference image I had for this car. Did I download it? I think I did. No, I didn't, but I know where I can get it from. It was here. Here. This one, there it is. Like he said, this one. Save images. All right, let's go ahead and take this. Browse that one. Here's my reference for this one. Obviously not exactly the same, but pretty darn close. And this one's going to Corey, who's R's Trains here on YouTube. Whoa, don't do that. Alright, this brush is actually not the one I'm going to use. This is the one I'm going to use. So yeah, I think probably what I'll do is I'll just get this all faded out. And then I think that'll be it for me for the night. Because 9:30 was when I wanted to stop, but also I don't want to just be done. I still like, I really kind of want to keep working a little bit. So we'll get this all faded, because that's about half of the job, or more than half of the job on this car. Looking at the reference image that Corey asked me to work from. Remove the trucks here. Go, there's one. There's two. Where did the screw for that go? Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Thought I lost the screw. That could have been a big problem. Where's my brush bag? I got one of these foam brushes. The oil plant really doesn't want to stick, huh? Okay. Fine. Let me try something else then. Let me try this technique. Try some powder. Yeah, it's not really working either. Alright, I may have to... give up for the night and wait till I have my airbrush set back up tomorrow to get this done, because this is not... None of my non-airbrush techniques are really working right now. Let's see if I can give this one more try. Oh, okay. We'll just go with the oil. I'll just stick with the oil paint. not bad. Okay, we'll just go with it. I might do a layer of airbrushing on top of this before I move on to grime and rust, but this will at least be a good base layer to kind of kill that bright yellow. Flatten it a little bit. Here we go. Okay, the undercarriage. There we go. Sometimes weathering an HO is so much better, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's so much easier, and sometimes it really it's just frustrating, like how much time and paint I have to put onto the car compared to an N-scale model. But that's alright. Okay. And the roof. And then I think that might be it for the day. I really can't be up that late tonight because I got to get to Mass in the morning and get to church. All right. Let me do the trucks. And then I think that'll be, I'll call it for the night after I'm done with the trucks. I'll do the trucks completely. Wheel sets and all. And then I'll call it a night. And that'll hopefully wrap me up around 10 o'clock. Okay. This one. Brush over everything. Okay, wipe this off. Do some rusty brown. There. On those. On there. And in a few places, just kind of around. Spin it. And do it again. Okay, third. Okay. Now let's brush the wheel faces. Hey, how you doing, Colin? Okay, wheel set number 2. Unfortunately, Colin, you hopped in right as I'm getting ready to wrap things up here. But I'll still be here for another 10-15 minutes or so. I'm working on this car for Corey right now. I'm glad to hear. But yeah, like I said, I'm currently working on this car for Corey. I've got 2 others done for him and 2 others to go after this one. So I might be live again tomorrow doing those. I just finished up. Yeah, it's for Corey. It's his car. He gave it to me to weather. So that's what I'm working on. Trying to get it nice and similar to the picture right here. But not exactly, but you know, that kind of level of grime. Not super dirty, but pretty good. Just finished up 3 N-scale gondolas. Well, I did 2 of them today. I did the other one Thursday. But I just finished those up for Doug Dederick in N-scale. Those were a lot of fun. And I didn't quite want to be done yet, so I figured I'd get a start on this car. This car's not going to be done tonight, because I do want to get off by 10-ish. So I can go watch Star Wars, because today is May the 4th be with you. Star Wars Day. This is HL, yeah. It's quite a bit bigger than I'm used to working in, but I make do. The Milwaukee Road. How you doing, CJ? We're just spouting them all off right now. Nice. Okay, this side. Nice. Have a good stream. Good, I'm glad to hear. Yeah, streaming's fun. You just get to hang out, do the stuff you're doing anyway, but share it with people, like in real time and chat. That's why I really enjoy it, especially for like weathering, because normally when I'm weathering, I'll either just like listen to a podcast or throw on like a movie or something in the background. But like this, I enjoy chatting with people. Have you ever repaired an HO locomotive before? No. I've weathered HO locomotive, but just for myself as a practice, but I have never repaired an HO locomotive. I've never really repaired an N-scale locomotive. The mechanical stuff eludes me a bit. I'm not super great with it. Even like the electronic stuff, I'm not great with. Much more visuals for me is what I'm good at. Okay, 4 wheel sets done. I would assume, yeah. I don't know. Thankfully I haven't had to do too much, have too much repair work done, or do any real repair work on any of my trains. So quite blessed to not have had to deal with that before. Well, thanks for stopping in, at least for a moment, man. Glad you could hop by. I'm probably going to hop off here in a minute or two anyways. I just want to finish up these wheels, get these trucks reassembled. And I think I'll save the rest of this car for tomorrow, because I've done the fading on the paint. But I want to use my airbrush to get some grime going. And I don't have that set up right now, and it's not really great for streaming. But thanks for stopping in, you guys. I'm glad you could hop in for a moment. It's always good to hear from you. Glad you had a great stream today, and have a great rest of your night, you two. Of course. Glad to hear, man. I'm glad that you're enjoying yourself, because it's fun to share this stuff out, and I'm glad that it's enjoyable for you too. Three, and wheel set number 4. I need a little bit more of the multitasking is fine. Like I said, normally when I'm weathering, I'm watching a video or I'm listening to a podcast or whatever. So I don't blame you for multitasking, nor do I hold that against you. Okay. Let's wash this brush. Let's get this truck reassembled. And then I think that'll be it for tonight for me. 3 hours and 20 minutes is plenty long, I think. Editing, and that's a little hard. I mean, sometimes I'll edit videos and I'll listen to a podcast, but editing and watching is a little harder. Because editing tends to take a little more focus. Alright, there's one truck. And 2 trucks. There we have it. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for me for the night. Got a lot done. Wanted to get a little more done, but 2 cars in 3 hours is 2.25 cars in 3 hours is pretty good. Pretty good pace. So I'm pretty happy about that. But anyways, I think that's gonna do it for me. So, hi Hank, thanks for being here. Everyone who hopped in for a while, I appreciate it. Glad you all could join me on our my weathering journey tonight. It's been great, and I might be live again tomorrow, either tomorrow or Monday, working on this guy here. This guy here, and then I've also got 2 Woodside boxcars to do for Corey that I want to get done this weekend, hopefully as well. So maybe I'll be live again tomorrow or Monday. So yeah, thanks all for watching tonight. Thanks for hopping in and chatting. It's always a pleasure. And I hope you all have a great rest of your May the 4th. And May the 4th be with you. Have a good night, y'all.